Alright guys, so obviously big package here. Broke out the karambit for this one. I decided to purchase cheap coilovers first time round. Learned very quickly that is a no-go to not do that. So now we've got actual coilovers that cost a lot of money. Will hopefully do the job a lot better because my current ones creak and they rattle and they're just not good. So the spring weight I went for is 10K front, 8K rear. And they're obviously gold because BC only does gold. Gold and black. Oh, that is a gorgeous box. Custom coilovers. Oh, that thing is ridiculously heavy. There's the box. Really just cool packaging. It's always awesome to see. Caution, blah blah blah. Here are the coilovers. Oh, these look real good. Damn. Those look so good. Pull out one of the fronts here. This thing's heavy. Ooh, I've got camber adjustment. I wasn't sure if I was going to get that or not. And I've got the hard and the soft for the dampening settings. Man, these look awesome. I'm really excited. High performance shock. We've got rubber right here. I'm guessing this rubber will help with the coil binding, which is what happens with my current coilovers, which sounds awful. I'm assuming these are already set up pretty well, so I'll probably put them in like this and then start adjusting them because they're probably already set pretty professionally. Alright, so yeah, this is the left front. See that right there? Man, these look awesome. They're heavy too. These look so much nicer than my other ones. When I get my other ones out, I'll put a side-by-side comparison of them, just so you can see them left to right. But yeah, there we go. My new coilovers. BC's. Hopefully these work really well. I mean, they're gonna work really well. They're BC's, they're pretty reputable. Yeah, let's put them on. Alright, good morning. It is stupid early out. It is, well, I mean, it's 8:21. That's stupid early for me. I just, not used to waking up this early. I'm not gonna lie, I've said early way too many times already. I'm gonna go down to the shop so we can install the coilovers while I'm there, and then think I'm gonna try and split this into 2 videos. I also have another box to install right there, so that's cool. Also, stop that. Also installing a rack and pinion on my car, and that's all for today. And then I've still got a new radiator coming, and I've got a new O2 sensor coming. So we've got a lot of stuff to do. But as of right now, I gotta go install that stuff because I work in like 3.5 hours, right? 4.5 hours? I don't know. I work in a certain amount of time, and I don't know how long it's going to take. The coilovers, I can do in like an hour. I'm not worried about those. It's the rack and pinion that I know nothing about, so I'm worried about how long that's going to take me. This guy's just following me around. Hey, bud. Hi. I don't know if I've ever properly introduced Draco to the channel, but that's Draco. So, yeah, let's go and install those. Alright, so this is the setup. Got the GoPro mounted to my chest. Time to start on the car.
This is that once in a lifetime.
Yeah. Once in a lifetime, a golden opportunity, golden like the sand that you finally took me through. The sea was holding tight my hand while I dipped a toe into the sea. I smiled like an idiot, but you still sort of sleuthing me. Hair up beautifully, considering the future. We were hitting up the candy shop and I felt truly super. Had never seen a place and time that I would stay in place to see that question resting on our minds. Like, would you run away with me? Yeah, okay, how about it? We could start a new life, living beach house days and garden view nights. It made me think back to high school, starting food fights fights across from all my best friends. Like, y'all are too nice, but now the heart of moonlight hits and we'll just watch the stars dance. Attempt to mimic them until our little hearts can't take any more of that vacant ancient decor. When it breaks and then we can make for the door and depart fast. Honestly, you look like Mozart sounds. You're a warm embrace compared to the cold hard ground. The chicken noodle soup when I've been fretting sick in bed. It's like expecting death and restlessness and then catching a kiss instead. You're a myth that's said to hide via love, an angel that was once thought to reside in skies above. You're the sand between my toes when the high tide comes. Matter of fact, you're the air that's inside my lungs. You had sand.
So, got the coilovers out of the front end. Here they are next to the new ones. You can see the new ones are actually about the same height right now. But here's where you can see what is the case. So I can't move this. That's because, you know, it's in decent shape and it's got proper spring rate and all that. And here's the cheap one. That's where my noise is coming from. Just a cheap top hat. Just a cheap coilover in general. Sorry for the loud noise, I'm in a shop. But yeah, there's the difference between the good coilover and the cheap coilovers. I've learned a valuable lesson with these things. Don't buy cheap shit. It doesn't end well. So now time to just throw the good ones in.
Your hair and your fingernails, trying to find a good spot in the shade. I suggested that we put up all our things for sale. You suggested we just up and run away. I had sweat on my palms and across my face, thinking if we did it, would it go well? I suggested we don't wait even one more day. You suggested that I bring my favorite shells. Well. With a smile like an ocean wave, you catapulted around the sun to meet me at the other side and tell me that you found it fun. Swimming in the UV rays, you shouted like the sound of thunder booming through my stupid shades and shook all of the ground undone. I slipped into your beauty like a mudslide, and on my search I found nothing but upsides. Your arms extend like branches, and whenever we touch I feel the bark begin to soften up at all my sappy punchlines. Maybe that's the reason. You're my earth, you're the planet, you're the grass, the wind and tides. And now that you're gone, I feel so out of place. And now that you're gone, I'm just drifting through space. And now that you're gone, I feel so out of place. And now that you're gone, I'm just drifting through space. And when we split up like Pangea, I was hoping that we could reform a land bridge between our separate pieces of the earth before our disconnect began to breed a species that would hurt much more than carnivores, herbivores, recklessness, or urban swarm. Or maybe I could wash up on a certain shore, smiling past a long night of drinking in the lights above the island, watching lightning flash every time you open up your eyelids. Gentle smirks exploding like a fire in the sky until you scared away the forest creatures sleeping in the trees, and they began to huddle next to me, weeping in the leaves. See, I watched you change the temperature, increasing the degrees until the warmth was just enough to let them nestle into peace. I never thought there'd be a problem that we couldn't solve when you control the weather's climate and the sea levels and all. But I suppose that when an earthquake splits the crust among the faults, I shouldn't act as if the damage wouldn't break up those.
Alright, so here's what it looks like without me adjusting it at all, just what BC's come at. I haven't put my back seat back in or anything. The backs are definitely lower than the fronts, that's for sure. See that? Plenty of wheel gap right there. Definitely will be adjusting these. I've got that wheel right there because I'm going to adjust it for my summer setup. But as of right now, man, looks good. I'm excited. Alright, so old coilovers are completely out. New coilovers are in, looking awesome. Here's what it looks like from the side. nice and low once again. Got like barely any room right here, which is awesome, and it doesn't rub as far as I'm aware. I mean, we're gonna find out, but I tested it as much as I could to see if it'll rub or not. And I've got them all stiffened up. I still need to put my back seats in, but I'm gonna do that after I get it aligned right over there. All right, so it's the next day. As you can see, I am currently sitting in the back of my car. I ended up not recording all that much. Yes, I was trying to record 3 videos at once. This isn't working. There we go. Okay, I was trying to record 3 videos at once. Now you guys are in the wind. Oh well. And wasn't working too well. I'll see how I can edit them together. It might end up being 1 video, or it might end up being 3 still. I'm not sure. But the coilovers, I drove them home. When I drove home, are super bouncy, which is weird. I looked it up. Apparently, it might be a thing for BCs. But I'm gonna rip out these back seats. One, I forgot to take the middle seat belt and feed it through, so the middle seat belt's missing right now. And but I'm gonna take out the back seats and turn the dampening to soft in the back. I already did it in the front, and it seemed to help a little bit. And then also, my front right caliper is stuck. It's seized, I guess. So I got home. The car felt weird the whole time. It was like, something's wrong. You know, what doesn't roll back when I'm in neutral, and I'm like, that's weird. And so I grabbed the, hello. When I got home, I saw smoke coming from up there, and I thought it was my coolant spraying off out of my radiator and hitting my engine, creating smoke, because, you know, coolant hitting radiator or whatever, because that happened. And my radiator is currently broken, but then I was like, it's a little far back for that to be the case. The radiator's all the way in the front, and I got out and my rotor was glowing red. And so, I need to fix that, which sucks, because there's just so much money that I'm putting into this thing. But, I mean, it's a nice car, so it's worth doing, and I love it. But I also hate it so much, so. Anyway, yeah, so I didn't end any of my videos yesterday, so I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here, after we do this. So let's just get started on this. Keep them out, no back seats because race car. Probably shouldn't do that. Okay, get in here. All right, so it's really rusty here. These used to have top hats on them. They were all rusted out, but I took those out because it's not about it. So I'm changing this adjustment right here. Yeah, just turning the dampeners all the way to soft. All the way to soft. All right, so I'm gonna leave my back seats out actually for the time being until I get this situation figured out. Once I've dialed them in to the point where I'm like, yeah, I like them, I'll put my seats back in. But yeah, as of right now, that's not the case. I also have a subwoofer back here that I installed. Never made a video on it, but yeah, that's it. I just took out the factory sub, just tapped into that wiring harness that was there for that, and I have this. So those cords are usually not visible, but I have the seat pushed all the way forward. So let's grab all these, don't want to lose them, and this. Alright, now I want to test drive it to see how it feels, but like I said, this caliper is seized up. So I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do about that. Gonna have to figure something out. I don't know. Oh well. I am gonna end this video here.
because it needs an end. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, please leave a like. My hair is crazy, so yo. If you did like it, leave a like. If you have any suggestions or ideas, leave it in the comments down below, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.
If this city was a kingdom, I'd want you to rule with me. Still worried for your safety after all our tomfoolery. And I know I'm probably freaking out foolishly. I just don't want the next thing that I write to be a eulogy in your honor. And I know you'd hate it too. All the petty little things that I'd associate with you, like stairwells, night veil, and beautiful smiles, like taiko, instruments, and